Hello, students. You can probably guess who this is. Yes, that's correct. It's your Professor Dr. Mink, and welcome to another exciting tutorial video. This is 5-6, which which demonstrates a pretest do until loop. So let's go back and take a look at the form, and I'm just going to run it the first time so you can see what what this program does. Okay, so it solicits a value. How many test scores do you want to average? So I'm going to say 3 test scores. This is actually used to initialize the counter. Okay, so we're externally, with user input, initializing the counter. So we'll just say 88 for score 1, 89 for score 2, and 93 for score 4. And that gives us an average of 90. Okay, now let's look at the code for this. So, first thing we do is via the input, we solicit a value. It comes in as a string because it's an input box, and we assign that to string input. And then we use the try parse function to convert string input into the integer int num score. So if that's successful and true, it successfully converts that string input to an appropriate integer. Its appropriate string input becomes an integer. Then we go into the do until loop. Do until int count. Okay, int count is declared as an integer and initialized as 1. Int count greater than int number of scores. And int number of scores was solicited via the input box from the user. So in the previous run, I demonstrated just before this at runtime, int num scores got the value 3. So we're going to start int count as 1, and until int count is less than or greater than number of scores. So we start out at 1 is greater than 3. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute there. It happens when you get old. So int count was initialized at 1. The first time we encounter this, we want to do until int count is greater than 3. 3 was established at runtime. So int count is not greater than 3, so we'll continue to do this. String input box, enter, test score, and int count to string. Okay, so that goes to string input. Then we convert the input to a double. We try parse string input, double test score. Then double total, our accumulator, right? Let's go up here. Double total was initialized at 0 because it's our accumulator variable. Starts at 0, and we add double test score. We increment int count to 1. Okay? And so, yeah, and here's the validation. We show the message box if this integer try parse fails. But so int count started at 1, it's now 2. Okay, we want to do until int count is greater than, so 2 is not greater than 3. String input equals input box, enter a test score, and then int count to string. So we'll say enter test score 2. If double try parse, string input, the string solicited, returned from the input box is successfully converted to a double and assigned a double test score. Then we add double test score to double total, which is the accumulator variable. Int count then goes to 3. Is 3 greater than 3? No, 3 is not greater than 3, so we're going to do it one more time. And we're going to display the input box, enter test score. In this case, it'll have 3. Do the try parse, take the string input, convert it to the double test score, and add the value in double test score to double total. Int count will go to 4. 4 is greater than 3, so we will stop. And we'll go to the statement immediately following the loop end, which is the loop statement. Okay? Then we're going to calculate and display the average. If int number of scores is greater than 0, in other words, if we have more than one score, because we can't calculate an average of 0 items, 0 scores, double average equals double total divided by the number of scores. And then we're going to we're going to convert double average to string and assign it to label average.text. And it'll display in label average.text. And the rest is everything you've seen before. I hope this was helpful. Please take a close look at this. This is common code. Accumulating a sum is done so many times in our society. I don't even want to quantify it, but it is. This code in various languages is out there just so many times. It's even hard to quantify. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.